I don't know how many fucking guns suck as much ass as the BB gun from Fallout 3, but I'm gonna be doing a whole fucking playthrough with it because I just felt like it. This is can you beat Fallout 3 with only using a BB gun? I named myself the equivalent to the damage that my BB gun would be doing, made my character look like the name. I even took my first steps and told my dad what I think of that piss baby. You little faggot! I went with probably the most basic bitch setup for my fucking skill points because, you know, BB gun. And immediately was given a seizure by these fuckheads.
Congratulations, young man.
I talked to the retards at my party and then headed down to the reactor to talk to Joe. And it was here that I would obtain the gun that I'd be using for the rest of this playthrough. The fucking BB gun. Finally, I had gotten my hands on this shit. Immediately, you see how dog shit this thing is and how hard I clip this fucking Radroach. And then I immediately turn around and clip my fucking dad.
This work. I think you know the rest.
I try to convince my dad that I got AIDS from the prostitute I had sex with last night, but he tells me no, you suck, do it anyway. I saw Amada being bullied in the hallway, but, you know, I feel like Amada's fat as shit and deserves to be made fun of, so I helped Butch and his crew out.
You're okay.
I heard what you said. Why would you do that?
I selected a few tag skills that would be very useful for a BB gun run through and some that would be good for early caps. Amada woke me up and told me my dad left without getting any milk. I grabbed my BB gun, I equipped it, and then I took the first live of all the heathens that have been killed for the BB gun cult. I immediately started booking it for the vault entrance because I didn't want to spend any time here any longer than I had to. I loaded outside and got a good look at the wasteland my BB gun and I would be terrorizing for the rest of this world. I set my explosive skill to 25 so that way I could disarm the nuke and Megaton for 500 caps and immediately set off in that way. I arrived at Megaton and decided to save Scum my speech check and disarmed the bomb. Lucas Sims lost his life in the fight between him and Burke, so I had to talk to Harden because he's a fag. I did some trading and talked to Moira about her books, that way I could get some early game caps. I immediately then beelined it to Rivet City to discover for now. I ran into Grandma Sparkle and told her that I would kill her for later, but I actually completely forgot about her, and she was saved from my BB gun's wrath. I made it to Rivet City with only 2 dildos being put in my ass at the time. I then watched this long-ass bridge animation. There's this weird bug in Rivet City and Rivet City only that anytime I left to go back to the wasteland, my game would crash, but loading an old save back outside and going back into Rivet City seemed to fix it, for now at least, until I encountered it 6 more times. After about 20 attempts of this, I loaded back in and then made my way to Flak to start trading for BBs. Every 3 days, the vendor's inventory resets, so I had to wait for forever each time I wanted to trade with Flak, over and over and over. This process took me absolutely forever and much longer than I definitely should have because I'm a greedy little slut. I needed immediately some more caps, so I made my way to this bitch's house because I couldn't remember her name, something like green or silver or gray, and then I told her, yes, Moriarty's gonna rape your ass if you don't leave, so then she gave me caps.
I'm tired.
I then beelined it to Minefield so that way I could do a quest for Moira and get some more caps. I was just wandering the wasteland at this point with a mole rat following me, and then I run into a motherfucking Deathclaw in the random middle of nowhere and piss my cock and pants. I made it to Minefield without getting anally raped by the Deathclaw, and looted every single mine in the area for a total of like 50 or something and sold them to Moira. I then went to the Super Duper Market and also looted there so that way I could get some more caps for my whole playthrough. More trading with Moira. More waiting and trading with Flak and Shrapnel. I think this whole process actually took me about 3 hours, but eventually I worked my way up to about 11,760 BBs. I then had my first encounter with Super Mutants, which would be the most encountered enemy in the game. These bitches took probably about 20 BBs each to kill. I then cleared out the Capitol Wasteland fucking Thomas Jefferson Memorial floor. I fast traveled back to Megaton so that way I could again beeline it to Smith Casey's garage because I am not going to be spending a whole lot of time on this playthrough. My ass also got fucked by a Mr. Gutsy on the way. Made it to Vault 112 and decided to hop into a chair. This was my favorite part of the game. I talked to Betty and I did whatever sadistic shit like making Timmy cry and telling him that his parents were divorced like the little bitch he is.
Hi there, I'm Timmy. What? No, not my mommy and daddy, no.
Then Betty told me to break up the Rockwell's marriage, which I did happily because I can't stand to see people happy that aren't me. I had discovered what an ugly fucking kid I was, Jesus Christ.
And I heard about it, so now I know for sure.
Then Betty/Braun congratulated me, and then I did some more stuff, like killing ladies. Mabel looked like she needed a good shit beating out of her right now, so that's exactly what I did, and Betty told me that was wrong, so she revived her.
The people of Tranquility
I
Lane
then
to
instead
life.
killed her with a chandelier because she's a fucking bitch.
I think you'll find that
And this
I've
is
been
my
quite
favorite part of the
honest
game was
in the
where he
doghouse.
told me to grab
Use-
a knife and a mask and kill the
He
residents
is
of Tranquility Lane. I grabbed my loot from the doghouse, and then I thought that old lady Dithers was the first to go because she was spreading mean rumors about me being a garbage kid. Then I kinda just went on a rampage for the rest of the time. And no, this isn't cheating. I eventually reload a save and do it the right way.
No.
I then reloaded a save and did the boring stuff, like activate the Chinese failsafe. I talked to my dad and he told me that he'd be heading for Rivet City.
I need to return.
Then this little
can't
bitch told
accomplish
me that I have
anything
to
until we
clear
can
it
get-
out even though there's like
need
8
you
of
to-
them and 1 of me and I'm 18 years old. This is the average amount of pain and time that goes into killing one single super mutant. And with that final kill, the Jefferson Memorial was cleared, and I went out and I told my daddy. Immediately, that deadbeat of a father sent me down doing the Among Us tasks he didn't want to do. I then witnessed my dad kill Colonel Autism and himself so that way we could be saved. Madison Lee then decided that I, the 18-year-old, was going to be the one that leads their group for the next 5 minutes. We arrived at Gay Station Citadel. Here's my best attempt at quick save quick loading, which obviously didn't end very well because this stupid quartermaster lady wouldn't sell me anything and I was a salty little boy about it. And then I genuinely spent about 20 minutes looking for Elder Lion so that way I could get my stupid power armor upgrade and sell stuff to the quartermaster. After, you know, like I said, 20 minutes of running around, I finally found him in Sector B. I walked into Elder Lion sitting around all of his friends on the 2 couches he owns with his wiener out and his skull next to him.
However, considering the...
It was around this point that I was kind of running low on stim packs, so I decided to go to every single place to trade that I possibly could to buy more stim packs. I discovered where Vault 87 was, and then I sprinted all the way over to Little Lamplight with my cock tucked between my legs. I think it was probably around this point that I realized that my BB gun somehow wasn't taking any more condition damage. But, you know, I don't care. Fallout 3 glitch. I hit the speech check first try, but Mayor McCready had no idea that I'm a child molester and not allowed within 100 feet of any public school. I then discovered that one of the children were going to be turning 18, and he was then forced out of Little Lamplight, so I offered my services to take him home.
I'll take you to
But
big
the
town
only
where
issue
the
is this
Mongols-
kid
I
didn't
mean,
have
where the
any
grown-ups-
idea of my actual intentions with him.
Aha! There you are! Where? There's more. Ah!
This section is real easy, but the only issue is that no one was here and I didn't feel like waiting 5 hours. So I decided to do this quick save, quick load trick as best I could, even though I suck real hard at it and got stuck in the wall twice. I immediately started sprinting as fast as my little leggies could carry me past the super mutants because, you know. I finally made it to Vault 87 with my wiener tucked between my legs. I pretty much just ran through the vault and told Fox to go get me the Gek because I didn't feel like doing it myself. Oh, and Curl Autism and his gang assaulted me sexually just like I've done to a few minors in the past. Once again, I just sprinted through this entire section because it takes almost as long to kill an Enclave soldier as it did a super mutant brute, and I was not about to wait 30 seconds per kill. Fox saved me after we left, and immediately I was going to speedrun the rest of the game. I fast traveled back to the Citadel and got Liberty Prime up and running. This is probably one of the most boring sections in a game I've played in a while because of how linear it is and just the amount of time it takes.
Stratagem. Initiate photonic resonance.
I then made it into the Jefferson Memorial, and Sentinel Lions literally did nothing this whole time except die. And it was here that Colonel Autism would actually die once and for all. I chucked a few mines on him, took off his head, and blew him up. I then decided to take every single hardcore drug in my entire inventory that I've collected up until this time. I also wanted to kill Sentinel Lions here because I hate her. I then went to enter the code, but realized that I actually completely forgot it and had no idea what it was, so we all died instead. And with that, my playthrough of Fallout 3 with only using the most painful weapon in the game was complete.
Of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close. For the struggle of survival is a war without end.